Hello, everybody, and welcome to a new English series. Today's class is about compare and contrast essay writing. First of all, we have to know what does it mean compare. So compare it means to tell how things are alike. So we see the similarities. Contrast means to tell how things are different. So for compare and contrast, we use it to find ways in which things are alike and different. When we write, we need to use transitional words. They are words that connect ideas in a text. Here we're having compare and contrast expressions that we need to use while we are writing. So we have some for opening, like the topic sentence. We can say the similarities between something and something show. We can say by comparing something to something, it is clear that we can say comparison of something and something reveal. Okay. Also, something and something are alike in several ways. To compare and contrast, we use also some expressions. We use words like and, we connect using and. Something and something are alike because we say both something and something have similar, and you mention how they're similar. Also, if they're different, you can say in contrast, something is space than the, and you have to go into the details. Okay, so these expressions are very helpful to make your essay more coherent and strong. Closing statement, you can say by comparing something to something, we learn that. You can say the differences between something and something are important because. You can say although something and something are very different, there are similarities, and you mention. You can say in conclusion. Okay, you can say finally. All of them, they are important while you are writing. We need to use transitional words. Okay, in addition to the expressions that we just discussed, we have some transition words for compare, some for contrast. You can use other transitional words too. You can use but, however, yet, unlike, like, similarly, whereas, contrary, same, both, share, each, although, alike, in common, on the other hand, as opposed to, distinction between, share the same, just like, compared to, in contrast. Okay, you can use other words like after, because, however, before. It depends on the style and the ideas that you're using in your writing. Okay, we're having here a topic that we're going to talk about, but before we go through it, we have to know and ask ourselves a question. Why it's important to write? Why it's important to write? So we write to express, to get ideas, to think in a big, wide scale. So we don't have to memorize everything, we need to generate ideas. So our topic here, if you see and notes with me, okay, we are having birds and bats. Okay, birds and bats. So let's compare between them how they are alike. We say Both of them, they have wings and can fly, and they spread the seeds, of course. In contrast, the differences, we say that birds can't change wing shape, okay, and they hunt during the day using their sight, okay. For bats, we say can it change wing shape and hunt at night using sound. So they are different in flying and hunting, okay, because their style is what is different. So we put some simple ideas that can help us start in our compare and contrast essay, okay? So bats and birds. Have you ever wondered what makes bats and birds alike and different? They share a lot, like shape, size, features, and environment. They differ in wings, hunting, time, sight, and skin. Great, so we have here some ideas that we can go through to discuss. We can discuss about the shape, the size, the flying, as we just mentioned before, the style, okay? So bats and birds both have wings. They get from place to place in a similar way by flying. Both are also very helpful because they spread seeds. This is really important for helping new plants grow. Like many birds, some bats carry seeds far away from where they ate them. The seeds are spread in their droppings as they fly. Yes, yucky, but important. Okay, so this is how we can go and write uh, the similarities. Okay, we put some ideas that are connected to each other, that both of these uh, creatures share together. Okay. For contrast, or I think this is also we continue, bats and birds both fly, yes, but their wings are not the same. Bats have wings that can bend into many shapes, while birds have wings that are more stiff. Unlike birds, bats can land on a branch upside down in mid flight. Another interesting difference between bats and birds is how they find food. Birds hunt during the day using their strong sight. Bats, on the other hand, hunt at night using their hearing. They make a sound map of what is around them. Bats can even find their food in complete darkness. In conclusion, bats and birds are two creatures that are vital to our ecosystem. Their existence will create more stability in the universe as they grow, act, and reproduce. One more topic we have here is ebooks and paper books. If I asked you to write an essay, a compare and contrast essay on the topic of ebooks versus paper books, first you can draw the Venn diagram, okay, and in the middle you can put the similarities, okay, and in the other circles you can use the differences. So we can say, for example, that um, ebooks and paper books, both of them, they provide information to us. Okay, we can use them in our free time. Okay, we use them in study. We use them when we relax, when we work, when we learn. So there are many things that we use ebooks and paper books. Okay, so these are some of the similarities, but we have also differences. We can say that the ebooks needs batteries, of course, to be charged from time to time if we are reading through the tablets or the laptops or cell phones. Okay, we can say also that the ebooks saves paper and printing. Okay, you can right click and check the meaning of any difficult word. This is something that you can write in ebooks. Okay, you can share the ebook easily through the social media applications, uh, uh, whether it's a WhatsApp Messenger or WhatsApp, okay, or any other application that you are using. Okay, so this is for the ebooks. How about the paper books? You can say that um, it it has no restriction. Okay, it doesn't harm your eyes. Okay, because ebooks can harm, of course. You are using. You can read a book for a long time. Sometimes you feel pain in your eyes, but paper books, it's not gonna be the same effect of ebooks. Okay, you can have notes using a pen on your book, the textbook. Okay, of course you can have some notes also on the ebooks, but not all of them you can edit. Okay, not allowed. Maybe some depends on your device. Okay, that you are using. Okay, so I give you some of the ideas that you can write on this topic, and you can generate more ideas. Okay, think far. Okay, we always say that the sky is the limit. There is no limit for our thoughts. There is no limit for our ideas. It's important to think deep. Okay, as much as you can. Writing is really a pleasure that you should enjoy. Okay, and never thought of what if I made a mistake. Making a mistake is really one of our nature as human beings. Okay, and we learn. That's why you find your parents are guiding you. Do that, and don't do this. Okay, so we always need advice. Okay, wish you really enjoyed today's lesson. Best wishes and goodbye.